This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You prepared your kids for their first steps. The first day at school, their first dance, that big test, all the wins along the way. With a College Savings Iowa 529 plan, you'll prepare them for even more. Register before May 31st for a chance to win a $1,000 contribution. Visit collegesavingsiowa.com to make the first move toward a bright future. College Savings Iowa. It's how parents get through college. Administered by the State Treasurer of Iowa.
Hashtag no music, no intro. Ooh, oh, Lord. 2-4, bro. 2-4. We gotta talk about it. This is the hashtag Stinks for the podcast, and I want to read two tweets that we tweeted. You and I tweeted today, and I know it might seem like, oh, they're cocky. They're reading their own tweets on the podcast, but I want to read them because I think it just is the perfect encapsule of where things are right now. So you quote tweeted DeAndre on Twitter. You said, "Let Trey Hendrickson walk to franchise Marcus Williams. Drafted Peyton Turner. Then let Marcus Williams walk. Gave Marcus May $9 million average per year and gave away CD because they had the deepest secondary in the league." That was your tweet. Bro. And then my tweet, I gotta find. I had it loaded up. My tweet, because it's just where things. It's just where things are right now, man. It's just where things are. I don't even know. I don't even know where my tweet is. But here it is. I said, DA is a defensive coach, and the defense has taken an absolute step back this season. Some of it's been injuries, but coaching and personnel decisions are a huge part of it too. You can't be a defensive head coach and your defense be ass.
Man, that's just
hello.
Facts. It's just facts, bro.
Hello.
It is just facts, man.
Okay, so we was in the stream. They lost the game. That probably would. And the frustrating thing about this game, and this is me not even being emotionally attached, was this team, Andy Dalton, and I know Andy Dalton not great, bro. I know what Andy Dalton is.
We
but
know.
We all know. With this offense, with no starting wide receivers, this man was throwing to Traquan Smith, Marquez Callaway, Keith Kirkwood. Keith Kirkwood was making plays.
Keith Kirkwood.
And they put up 26 points. Yes, they fucked up in the red zone, and some of that was on Pete Carmichael because the play calling just got bad in the red zone. But they put up 26 points offensively. If the offense and Andy Dalton with no wide receivers can put up 26 points, and I know they should have closed the game out on that 4-minute drive. Like we can nitpick things, right? There's a lot of things we can nitpick. But long story short, they put up 26 points with the offense that they had. The defense let the team down again.
Yes.
Period. That's period.
No question about it, bro. Like it's like we could blame, one side of the ball over the other, but like you said, bro, like for DA to be a defensive coach, it's like if you're gonna have one thing humming, at least let that be your side of the ball. You know what I'm saying?
But I hang your hat on it,
bro. And that was my fear going into the season. We see it all the time where, even people look like Brandon Staley with the Chargers. Okay, great defensive coordinator. But, the head coach is just a different job, man. You're not watching the defense all day. You're watching the entire team. You're running the whole operation. You're the CEO. So it's like you don't have time to say, hey, you need, Debo needs to work on how he, executes his, outside leverage or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You don't have time for none of that. You're not doing that. You're depending on your assistant coaches to focus on all that shit.
Yes.
But, it's gonna be different, man. Then you add in all the injuries, the change of personnel, which is, his fault. That's on DA. So you what we got now is a average defense.
Yes.
It's a very average defense with the offense that's banged up and trying to figure itself out and no franchise quarterback. That's not a good mix.
and you didn't even say the best part. As of right now, the Eagles got the 5th overall pick in the draft.
No first round pick, baby.
It's bad enough not having a first round pick, right? Like not having a first round pick, bad enough. But if your team is shit or just not good, like the Saints are, like at least from an organization, a fan standpoint, you like, all right, we shit this year, but like in the draft, it just takes that one player to draft. It could be a quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like
Chris Olave just completely changed everything.
Everything, bro. Everything.
Was giddy.
This is a draft where if you just listen to the experts, and that I'm not going to get into that, but if you listen to the experts, it's a better quarterback draft than last year, and the Saints would be in a prime position to maybe potentially get themselves out of quarterback purgatory. I'm not saying they're going to draft another Drew Brees. I'm not saying they would draft a Patrick Mahomes, but you could draft like Kirk Cousins, like a Matt Jones, and like you would be okay, right? Like, but you can't even hang your hat on that.
Hang your hat on that,
man. One thing I want to bring up on this podcast. And I wish we could have someone in the front office or the coaching staff on. But I want them to tell me, what did they see in training camp, practices, open to the media, closed to the public? What did they see where they saw Bradley Roby and they was like, yeah, we're going to be all right.
We're going to be good. I'm going to tell you what they saw. They saw a guy who is pretty decent and, is pretty fluid in coverage. And he is. But other than that, he can't tackle. Look, I'm sure he looks good in 7-on-7, but like, bro, like, man, it pissed me off. Like, it pissed me off. Like, even if I wasn't a Saints fan, like watching that type of tackling, bro, pisses me off. Like, Adam, I don't know if you understand how much bad tackling enrages me, bro.
But we remember when our defense was like shit for years, right? And what was the hallmark of it?
Bad tackling, bro. Poor angles, whiffs, everything. You name it.
And it feels like we back.
I used to watch they got a little video on YouTube of like how the Seahawks tackle or whatever, they little rugby style.
I see that. I know what video you're talking about.
I used to sit there and look at that shit like, man, I wish I could send this to the Saints so they could see this shit. Like, why can't the Saints do this? But then they started tackling.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The rise of the Saints defense being dominant to great coincided with, no surprise, pursuit to the football and great fucking tackling. No leaky yardage.
None of it, bro.
Tackling. And today it felt very 2015, 16-ish.
Oh, man. Like the tackling has just been horrible. Outside of Pete Werner, Demario Davis, but the secondary, I'm telling you, man, like, I know it just sounds so rudimentary, like, oh yeah, tackling. Like, it's so important to being a good defense. I remember, who was it? Dave Jeremiah. I remember him saying, like the Ravens, it's like when he was there at least, like it was just like a organizational thing. Like, You don't
In
draft
college.
draft defensive players that don't tackle.
Right.
I don't care if they're cornerback, safety, whatever. You have to be a good tackler. Period. You could be athletic, all that. But if you're not a good tackler on film, you're not getting drafted by the Ravens. And they, that's why for years they had like just good defenses every year. Like you could just count on it. Top 5 defense Ravens. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't even know how to explain it this year. I mean, I don't know how to explain. Well, I guess you can explain it. I mean, you look at the personnel. You know what I'm saying? Like, Marcus Williams. Marcus Williams, he wasn't a great tackler. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? He tackled, but then he just had those. When he did miss a tackle, it was a bad miss.
You know who was a great tackler though? C.D. Deuce.
C.D. Deuce was a great tackler. C.D. Deuce little small ass would go head up against fucking
tight end
playoff Lenny. He'd go up against Lenny, take Lenny out. Like he was fearless. He was a fearless tackler. Marshall Lattimore, he's always been a great tackler.
Quan, even though
he would come in, a million miles an hour and shit like that. But everybody's been offenders though, bro. Debo, he's missed tackles. Don't get me started on Honey Badger, man. Like I said today, man.
What do we do? It's a Saints Tour podcast. You got to get started.
It's Kurt Coleman, bro. Kurt Coleman all over again. 2018 Kurt Coleman, man. He cashed in, bro. His retirement check, getting out of here, man. No disrespect, you're a legend, Louisiana legend and all that, man. But look, man, it is what it is, bro. I think he just on his last little ride, man. About to cash some nice checks and get on out of here, man.
I don't think I realized it today, and someone mentioned it. Like Malcolm Jenkins retiring, bro. It's a little under the radar. How good he played the last.
You just mentioning that just like completely made me forget about Malcolm Jenkins.
Right?
I completely forgot. That was a big puzzle piece, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it was gonna be gone regardless because look, he was old. He was showing his age, but
he wasn't showing his age like Honey Badger showing his age.
Exactly. He might have a bad game here and there, but man, he could man up against tight end. He was obviously just smart, so you didn't see like the bust in coverages and stuff like that. Man, like that. So like that's a puzzle piece that we rarely don't mention, but that was a huge miss. I mean, you lost Marcus Williams and Malcolm Jenkins and C.D. Deuce. Like those are some huge pieces, man.
1 due to retirement, 2 due to front office personnel decision making,
malfeasance.
And then you bring in Marcus May, who's been in and out, and like he played today, and I think he probably helped with there not being shots over their head.
Yeah, he's fine. He's
fine. I don't know, man. I'll say this. I hate this for like the city because me and you, like, we're fine, and I hate this for the podcast in the sense that one, when we get it, when people are connected to the Saints and got that bond to the Saints, and y'all haven't emotionally disconnected, like I get it, like these niggas 2-4, like no one wants to listen to a recap show when your favorite football teams lose when you're still emotionally,
especially us, because we probably ain't gonna make you feel no better.
No, man, you might listen to this be a little sad. I mean, you might after the game you might be sad and depressed. You listen to this, you just jumping out the window like shit. Things never gonna get better. Huh? No, not right. I won't say something that's real important, and we'll get to the game. But I think I'm glad we're having this conversation because this is what a question or the whole future of the Saints is tied to this. Do Mickey Loomis and Gale and the Saints continue, if things continue to go how they have, continue to give Dennis Allen the chance and that whole talk of continuity and blah blah blah, or do they just have like the foresight and just say, like, we're like we're at least more talented than the wins and loss. Like, we gotta fix this now and get him out. To me, that's at this point. To me, that's the story of the season. Is the whole DA thing?
You know the answer to that question, man. Like,
I think I do. I think I do. But if they hypothetically drop 3, 4 in a row, 3, 4, 5 in a row.
That's my thing. Like, I think, like, come on, man. Like, Loomis can't be that dense. You have to be evaluating your head coach. You can't just check this off. Like, you got to be evaluating and looking at it honestly. Like, like Loomis knows what's going on. Like, he's in the building. He knows all the decisions. He knows what he's contributed to. You know what I'm saying? So he knows whose fault is who. Like, we don't know whose fault it is, but he knows who made what decision as far as, like, trade CD dudes or whatever. So my thing is, he has to look at it honestly and really evaluate what's going on. You know what? I mean, I must say, bro, like, a lot of the problems they have improved upon, man. They're not fumbling as much. The self-imposed penalties aren't as bad. Some of the, just like, situational football type decisions have been fine. So I'm not ready to just, like, with me personally, when I move on from DA, yes. But I'm just saying, like, it's not like he hasn't shown anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, he has earned a chance to at least prove himself out the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just the mentality they're going to take, is like, let's just see this through. But, like, if he just go, like, say they drop to Arizona, which is, I know Arizona is not good, but it's still
our slow defense against Kyler.
That's what I'm saying. We dropped that one. Raiders, I don't care what their record is. Like, we could lose to them any day. Then you got the Ravens. Like, if you go on a sled where it's just depression every Sunday, man, I don't care what they say right now. Man, I know New Orleans people. You can't hide from it. You live in the city, you're gonna hear it. Loomis gonna hear it. Gail Benson gonna hear it. Everybody in that building gonna hear it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if it gets bad, it's gonna take some nuts for them not to make a move, honestly.
So one of my good friends literally texted and asked me, is DA a bottom 5 head coach in the league?
It's hard to know right now, bro.
It is.
I mean, the numbers tell you right now, yes. I mean, it's your record all, man. So right now, yes, he is.
Let's dig into the game. Let's dig into it. Offense played decent. I think there was just little things that were just a little annoying to me, and I don't know if I would guess it's a Pete thing, but in the red zone, not trying to use Taysom or not trying to use AK. You score off that end around, and then you just don't. I don't think he plays another snap on offense the rest of the game, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro, just gone, just disappears.
Like, what? I don't know if they just had like a select few plays for him.
That's
but
it. That had to be it. I think they had like 2 plays installed for him, and that was it, bro. That's it.
Like, but to me, like that, like to me, good coaching's like, all right, like this player's speed is causing fits to the opposing defense. Can I bring him to the sideline and say, all right, let me you run it out and up on this play, and like that's just simple coaching, bro. Like
right.
Those are like the little things that the offense did that just it annoyed me. And then we could talk about the defense giving up the touchdown, but the defense lost. I honestly believe the defense lost this game for the team. But to me, the game is like encapsulated in that 4-minute drive where they couldn't sustain an offense to just run the clock out.
Yeah, that was it for me. Like, man, to get the ball.
At that point, they're still up like 2, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, they had 3 minutes, 42 seconds left. They're up 2 points. Then there's Kamara, a run with Kamara for 3 yards, a run with Ingram for 3 yards. Then it's 3rd and 4, and Andy Dalton pass gets tipped by T-Rex. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, it's like that was quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the man? This is the game. This is the game right here. Where's the emphasis? This is the game. The ball is in your hand.
It's also like I just said it, right? Like, I know that they had a select few plays for him. Like, you could run one more jet sweep.
Jet sweep, 3rd and 4, Taysom. Like, come on, Taysom couldn't get you 4 yards. I don't know. It's like, but at the same time, even though that aggravates, like that, like you're right, it encapsulates why they lost today.
Correct.
But on the other hand, man, going into this game, I was like, will they be able to score? Like, with the injuries they had, I was like, you know, because remember, Olave, most people thought he was going to play today.
Yep.
They thought he'd be cleared out of the concussion protocol, but, you know, he didn't get cleared. We found out Saturday through Adam Schefter. So, like, bro, I was seriously like, man, are they going to be able to score in this game? Like, for this, I thought for the Saints to win this game, like, the defense would have to play lights out. And the Saints just run the shit out the ball and keep it like 13-10 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But for them to be able to put up 26, and look, they started the game hot, scored 7 points on the first drive, 13 points in the. But
didn't even bring up. The Saints didn't commit a turnover today, and the Bengals did, and the Bengals still won. They won. The Saints had a turnover battle and still lost, bro.
Unbelievable. And the plays they gave up to the Bengals were just stupid plays. Like, you had the scramble by Joe Burrow, which they had him like completely. And look, Joe Burrow, a playmaker, bro. We've seen him do this at LSU, but they had him like he was
Adam, bro,
behind the line of scrimmage with no way, and he leaked out and just ran for a touchdown. Like, what the hell?
It's just the Most State stuff, bro.
And there was countless other times where they had him on 3rd down, bro, and he is just juking players in the backfield. It's like, oh my God, you texted me, bro. This defense just looks slow, bro.
Slow, man.
Like, who's the fastest guy on defense right now? Please tell me. Lattimore, I guess. And he wasn't
Lattimore by like, but like if you're talking like the way I think you're asking it, probably Pete Warner.
And that's not even his game, like, you know.
Right, that's what I'm saying, bro. Probably Pete Warner. Davin, it's just the D line got some sporadic pressures. Like, they got pressures that forced the Bengals to. They got those back-to-back sacks in the 4th. But and I get it. The game plan by the Bengals was to get the ball out quick. Like, Joe's getting the ball out quick, bro. Boom. Quick. But there were still some plays where that ball wasn't getting out that quick, and it just felt like he just had a clean pocket. And I get that the Bengals offensive line has kind of improved over the last, 2 to 3 games or whatever it's been. But for the Saints defensive line to not just completely wreak havoc against the Bengals and kind of like take over the game from that standpoint, it's disappointing, man.
Especially interior pressure has been so disappointing, man. Just garbage.
Is David Onyemata gonna make it to the team next year? I don't know.
And I mean, this is not about the game, but that's just another issue to run up to. But with so little picks next year, they got a lot of work to do, man. It's like, it's more work than they thought they had to do. You know what I'm saying? Which begs us another question. Is like, football is hard, bro, because you just don't know. Like going into this season, you're just like, man, secondary so stacked, players here, players there. But then so quickly it's like, damn, what happened? It's like,
the best example of this, and I think about it often, bruh, is that Texans Chiefs playoff game, bruh. Texans was up like 20. It was like 20, 24, whatever, 0 or whatever it was, and that was before coaching. That was before all like the Deshaun Watson shit had came out, and the Texans was like good, and Deshaun Watson that game had thrown like 2 touchdowns to like Will Fuller, I think, and just flying high, bruh. And what happened? Second half happened. Patrick Mahomes happened, and then that offseason shit just got turned into disarray, bruh. Just like that. Ain't that some shit?
That's some shit right there, boy.
just
and now they about to have 2 top 10 picks.
Texas ain't been right since, bruh. And I'm not trying to like make it. It just goes to show sports in general, but I feel like football for sure. Man, you just never know. You just never, ever, ever know. Definitely you don't, man. It's just for them not to win this game for as well, and they played so well in like spots, but like they still haven't played well cohesively together.
3 phases of the game, just a dominant. Like that's what's different than this season than like those like 7 and 9 seasons we had under Sean Payton. Like even in those seasons, they'll have like a stretch of 3 or 4 wins, and they'll have like a game or 2 where they just completely dominate a team on prime time or something, and it's like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that little tweet I tweeted with all the different phases. Like, you know, that Carmelo look like, oh shit, like, back, baby. Like I don't think we ain't got there yet this season.
We haven't, bro.
We get that in like one drive. One drive, like we haven't had a game where we like,
no,
damn, they back. You know what I'm saying? And we still looking for that. I don't know when it's gonna come. Might not come. You know?
Can I get something off my chest real quick? Can I? I tweeted it a couple of days ago, man. Man, Peyton Turner just make me so angry, bro. Ryan
pissed me off, man.
Just make me steamed all the time, nigga. Just bad. Like,
what the fuck, though? Like, man.
Just like, I don't. Lord
like
help me.
Irrationally angry, it makes me. Like, he just be chilling, bro.
I know what it is, bro. He's just so happy all the time, right? Just always smiling, man.
Every time I see him, he just smile. And you know what? Can't even blame him, bro. Can't even blame him, man. Honestly, I love, like, to get paid. Like, I know anytime I take PTO and I get paid for not working, I love it. I'm like,
and that's just what we get paid.
Right, that's all the checks, you know what I'm saying?
This nigga get paid millions.
Life-changing money. You get life-changing money. Just chilling. His chest. How you injure your chest, bro? I bet they had to type that in the injury report. You know, like there's like a little drop down, selection.
You gotta go to other.
You gotta go to other and type in chest. Because that shit don't even exist on the fucking injury report, man. Get out of here, man. Like, seriously.
Also, in spectacular fashion, Andres Pete hurt himself today, and it might be like a pretty fucking bad injury. So, That's just the P way, bro. No, I'm not laughing. It's just
that's just P. That's the
that's
P
just P.
experience.
Just come with P. And here's the thing: this would be like his second season in a row where he didn't like finish it, and he missed like a huge part of it due to injury. Like at some point, you just got to cut bait. Like that's just you can't continue to have a player on your team who is decent at best, but like he's not even available. Like I don't know.
And get paid.
At least he plays though, and he plays decently when he does play.
That's true.
Also, this was on my radar. Just see my timeline, and we do our stream. We I don't get on Twitter too much during games anymore, but just seeing like some tweets I saw, like when Jamar Chase was scoring touchdowns by some people, I'm just like, who? What? I don't understand. You, if you're an LSU fan and you're a Saints fan, how does it make sense that when an LSU player are playing against the Saints and they're scoring, that you're cheering for them, but you're still a Saints fan? Like that.
I don't get it.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense at all, and it was annoying. I saw something today on my timeline. I was like, what? Like, what are we doing?
I don't get it.
You know what? We kind of fed up. We just, at this point, we just want content. We want to make jokes. You know who was fed up, bro? Lance Moore. You didn't see that Lance Moore tweet?
Up, bro. I saw it, man.
Mike Triplett was like, and this is no offense to Mike, but Mike Triplett was like, yeah, like, Jameis, he real good teammate thing. Just, went to Blake Gilligan after he shanked that punt. Lance was like, this is what we talking about, right?
Like, is this where we at? I love Lance, man. Look, man, I looked at the download numbers of that Lance Moore podcast. I was disappointed, bro. Like, y'all need to go listen to that episode.
Yes.
It's just a good, fun episode. We talk about a lot of the season, but a lot of other stuff too, man, like Key and Peele, all type of shit. Go listen to that episode, man. It's fun. Lance Moore is awesome. Like, why he's not on NFL Network or something, I don't know.
Man, he's great.
He's great. He's great.
Anything else from today's game that you want to talk about?
What are your thoughts on the whole Jameis versus Dalton question at this point?
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
This is me. Are you talking about for like Thursday, or are you just talking about just long term in the season?
Going forward.
I'll say this, and I know, I guess people were kind of shitting on Andy during the game on Twitter, or some people were, is say what you want about him. to me, he did not do anything that poorly or that badly in this game against a pretty decent defense, or at least they played decent in spots, that for me would justify sitting him down. Like, this man put up, and again, he didn't play a great game. It wasn't like spectacular, but the man put up 26 offensive points with no starting wide receivers. Like, 26 points, no starting wide receivers. So get him Chris Olave, get him Jarvis, or get him like a Olave MT. Like, get him something. At least just give him a starting wide receiver, maybe two. And if he can't produce with two starting wide receivers, then you go back to Jameis. But like, I'm just like, when I think about this game, like, Andy Dalton's on like the low list of things that cost them this game, in my opinion. Just watching it how I watched it.
And that's Andy Dalton. That's the Andy Dalton experience. He is what he is, man. Like that Dalton scale that Chris Wesleyan, R.I.P., came up with, like the prime meridian of quarterbacks. It's so true, bro. It's unbelievable because you watch it every week, and that's just what he is, man. He's not going to cost you a game. He's not going to win you a game. He's going to just execute the offense, and just get it done. But, that's it, man. Like, there's a 3rd and 12. He converted. He just stood in there, boom, made the pass. A bunch of little throws on 3rd down, and he just, took what the defense
in the middle,
right in the middle. Like, look, he's getting the ball to Alvin Kamara. You know what I'm saying? Like, that to me is huge. Huge. Again, not saying that Jameis wouldn't. We just haven't seen it. So you kind of got to go off evidence. So it's like, I know if you sat with Alvin Kamara in a room, y'all just sipping on a little deuce or something like that, just chilling, and I'm sure he'll tell you, like, man, I'd much rather play with Dalton. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know him, just her personally. And it's like get the ball to your best player. And, I don't think we did it enough, So, no. Especially in the pass game. But look, he's not perfect, bro. It's not like he's taking it and just ran with it and blowing everybody away. He's been Andy Dalton. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's QB purgatory. If that's your starter for, a whole season. You're going to want more, but you could do a lot worse at the same time. So
I guess the thing with Andy is how do I word this? You would think that if Andy could do what he did today, right, and the defense played to the level that's supposed to, you should win most of your games. But I think, conversely, you might have to say, listen, we might got to score 30, 35 points a game. And if we got to do that, then maybe Jameis is our best option to get there. Because our defense ain't going to be able to hold opponents down in their 20s anymore. So from that standpoint, I could get it and I would understand it. But I just want to see, just kind of getting back to what I started the podcast with. You can't be a good defensive head coach or be a defensive head coach and have a bad defense. That was like Matt Nagy was the Bears head coach and the offense was shit. Like, you can't do it, bruh. Like, you can't do it. So I don't know what it is. They got to get in the lab. Like, hopefully, like Alontae Taylor was on, like, something got to change. Something got to change.
Yeah, something got to change. Something.
Because it just, or if something don't change, we just as fans, we might have to just. I mean, I've long accepted this kind of maybe before anyone else did, because I'm not saying I'm a negative Nancy, but like to me it went back to after that Chargers preseason game. Everything was flying high, bruh. Everything. We was like, okay, we got this shit. We got this. We can win 10, 11 games in this fucking season. It was a pinning injury. That wasn't the whole catalyst for me. Once that CD Deuce trade happened, I was like, Yeah, I don't got a good feeling about this season. And
It was like
it wasn't
like a
even
spoiled egg, wasn't it? It was like a
right. Like it wasn't even it just wasn't even about that move. Even though that move was fucking idiotic, right? It wasn't about that. It was just like, to me, that was the signal. Is like, oh, these niggas don't get it.
Yeah.
And we harped about it when it happened, but like as a fan, like to me, that was like the warning sign of like how do you go through the preseason? You had a good preseason game against the Chargers. Defense looked great. Starting defense for the most part looked great. And the offense was humming. Jameis looked good. The offense, like the everything looked good. Pete Carmichael was looking good on those two drives in against the Chargers when the starter was out there. And it was really like you could see the vision, bro. Like it was clear. And then that trade happened, and like it was just like, you see all that performative fucking shit where they throwing tomato, like that was the vision. We saw it, boom, tomato sauce all over the fucking vision, bro. Can't even fucking see the vision anymore. That's what it was for me. And so it's just it's a steep uphill climb at this point. They 2-4. You about to go to Arizona. You have a slow defense gonna go against Kyler, like, and then of course in perfect Saints fashion, Nuke suspension ends when they play. Will Marshawn be healthy and his abdomen be able to, and liver or whatever it is, be able to play in what 4 days?
I don't know, man. Like, dude has a bruised kidney. Like, what?
Bruised kidney, man.
What is that? Like, how do you bruise a kidney?
Like, so
I have no timeline for that one. Like,
none. It's a tall order. So I don't know, man. At this point, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this season. Not so much.
Let me ask you this. What's the path for the Saints to say win 9 games?
Oh shit, bro.
What's the path? Like, what has to happen? What has to happen for the Saints to win 9 games?
You do what Sean Payton did now. I'm not saying emulate Sean, but you have the same mindset Sean had last season with Jameis as quarterback. It was a very super conservative game plan. Run, take shots when you had them. So if this was me, I'm calling the Rams. I'm getting Cam Akers. I'm pairing him with AK. I'm hopefully Penning comes back with the next 2 weeks because that should help the run game. I'm leaning on the run game to take shots, keep it short, so it's easier to convert. And then you're also trying to the best of your ability protect your defense, who has shown that it's not as talented as it was in years past. That's how I'm getting the 9 wins. That's me. Go give the Rams a 4th.
Yeah, 4th, 5th. I mean, they're trying to throw them away. So
throw them away. AK, Cam Akers, Taysom, and I'm leaning into the run game. That's me.
Leaning.
That's
hard,
me,
bro. I completely agree, bro. And you mentioned Taysom. Like, Taysom has to be a part of the game plan.
He had like 11 snaps, or I don't even know how. Like he should have had more snaps in this game.
Should have had more snaps. Like,
can we talk about that Taysom deep ball though, bro?
It makes no sense because the dude just ripped. Looked like he'll throw the ball like through the Superdome. But them bitches like I just hear him like just a falling bird, just like
Always make me think of that cat video. Just looking up, bro.
Oh boy, man! But yeah, you're right.
What about you? What about you? That's me.
I agree with you on offense. That's the approach I would take. I would lean hard into your dogs, man. Like obviously they're injured right now. Hopefully Mike Thomas gets back. Olave, he'll be back probably Thursday. Jarvis, we'll see. But lean into your dogs, run game, um, lean into Taysom. The question is defensively, man. It's like I don't know how do you fix this because the talent is what it is. Like it really, there's nobody you can really bring in to change anything.
Or so you asked that question, right? So you asked how to get to 9 wins. Now, I know people who might listen to this may say, "Oh, Adam, why are you saying this?" But do you look to the future a little bit? You kind of open some trade talks up so you can maybe get some. And I'm not saying I trust Saints with draft assets. I'm not saying that. Sometimes they hit but when they whiff, they whiff. But I will say the best way to improve your team is to get draft picks and to hit on those draft picks. It's very like the way the Rams are built is a very outlier way of doing things. So with that said, at what point do you say, you know what, this season ain't gonna be fuss. It's not gonna be fuss. And you start making some players available. You start making 2 firsts available. You start make.
Here's what I would. I want to know what these players are worth. So it's like, look, if you're not giving up anything above a 4th round pick, it really don't make no sense for me to make a move. But I would want to know what's available. What's Mike Thomas worth. Mike Thomas is interesting because he has a lot of dead money attached to him. Pete, players that I would not make available, Lattimore. There's really not many I wouldn't make available.
Would you make AK available?
I'm thinking about that.
Uh-oh.
Me personally, I wouldn't.
I would not.
I just wouldn't. But it's like, what you offering though? You know what I'm saying? Like
that's what I'm saying. It would feel very Jimmy Graham-ish again for me as a fan standpoint. But this is my counterpoint: is if you I don't think a team would offer you one, but let's say a team offered you a first for AK, right?
Let's say the Rams came to you and offered you a first, a 2023 first. I don't even know if they have one, honestly. I feel like looking it up. But a 2023 first and like a 2024 third for AK.
Why they got to be the Rams, though?
Rams, though. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a team that wants to fucking. It's going to be a team you hate, bro. It's going to be a team you hate, bro. Period. All the Bills.
So that gets tricky, right? Because the way I'm looking at it is that I want to trade not him, but I want to trade a player where I could maybe get a pick in the mid-teens, and then I can maybe navigate the draft board to maybe go get a quarterback if there's one available. That's how I know. To answer your question, if it's AK for that first and a third, and you throw in Cam Akers in it, I would take it.
Ooh.
I would, bro.
I don't know, bro. I don't know if I could do it. I'd probably bitch out if I was Loomis, bro. I'd bitch out, man. AK had almost 200 scrimmage yards last week, bro.
193, I believe it was.
Almost 200, man. And nobody even talking about it. Like, it was like, Taysom was the headliner.
Ho hum. This I just want to say this. The reason I'm so thankful for the pod is like this season may not go great, but our listeners, our people who support us make this season a lot fucking better than it would be if we didn't have y'all and our supporting us and hanging out with us and just chopping it up, laughing. It's so easy for us to just be in the Zoom, man, and just laugh about this shit. It's just it's easy, man.
It would be so fucking boring without Zoom, bro.
Boring, man.
Watching these niggas,
boring, bro. So at least there's that reprieve, right? So thank y'all so much for supporting us. The Raiders get together is gonna be absolutely fucking nuts. There's like 40 people coming. 40 people are coming. People coming from all over the US. People are coming from London for Saints, a hashtag Saints Twitter podcast get together, man.
I'm hoping the Saints be 3-4 going into that game, bro.
If they could beat Arizona on Thursday and be 3-4 and potentially have the possibility just to get to 500 and they beat the Raiders, man, that man, would love it, man. Would love it. And so saying this right now, the Cardinals recap is when we will be raffling off that one sole Raiders ticket, where it's me, Ryan, Joey, Amanda, his wife, like that whole little section is going to be like me, you, Joey, Amanda, our boy Chris, who's hashtag White Wealth, got the video editing thing down. Shout out to our dude who's helping us out. I think Julio's sitting in that section with us too, man.
What?
Man, it's gonna be dope, man. Like, that's what I'm just saying, man. Just the fact that just we're all together, quote unquote, enjoying this team. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. Do not take this shit too seriously. It is just football. If you have not disconnected yourself from this yet, please do it. Like, because if not, this season gonna fuck y'all up. I'm telling y'all right now. This is not the season y'all want to be emotionally connected to the fucking Saints. They gonna hurt y'all asses.
Hurt your feelings, man.
Man.
Game went off today and I took an immaculate nap.
Man, so game went off today. I went out with my family. Then we went to this like big ass fall festival, pumpkin patch, corn maze out here. One like the biggest in like the LA area. Had a good time. Had food. Did a corn maze. Like, Nah. Don't let these dudes affect y'all day. Don't let them affect y'all week. Don't let them affect your relationship with your kids, with your spouse, with your partner. Soon as that game go to 0-0, you let that shit go. Just let it roll off you. Because you know what? I bet if you found Peyton Turner somewhere in New Orleans right now, I bet he's smiling. But here you is just sad. Just sad. For what? Nah, man. No.
My dog Rob Cam Jordan that tweeted like, it's the same little thing like,
oh my God, yeah.
Well, we wanted, but we got to keep it moving 24-hour rule. Rob was like, man, maybe y'all need to let that shit sit in for y'all for a little bit, man. Maybe y'all need to dwell on that shit. He said, maybe y'all need to dwell on that shit for a little while, man. Fuck. They're not dwelling on it, man. Like,
no.
Moved on, man.
No,
if they can move on, you can move on.
Thank you. Please do. Anyhow, we're gonna get out. We'll probably do we gotta do our Cardinals preview show like on Tuesday. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's shoot for Tuesday for the Cardinals preview. And we're actually gonna rifle that Raiders ticket during the Cardinals preview just in case someone wins and they can't go, and we'll get it all figured out. We'll get it figured out. But we are rifling off the ticket during the Cardinals preview. Thank y'all for supporting us. We actually 30 people away from our 200 Patreon goal. Maybe we get to by the end of the season, but these niggas keep losing. No.
Saints losing. The Patrons to slow it up, boy. You like, they looking at it like, hey, inflation.
Anyway, Ryan said it during our live stream before we ended it, but we truly, truly love y'all. We appreciate y'all.
No question.
And this is just fun. Don't take it seriously. With that, we're gonna get out of here. We'll be back on Tuesday for the Cardinals preview. With that, we're out.
Peace.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Catch those springtime vibes all over Arizona. Break out of the winter blues by hitting the water at one of our lake and river parks. Take a hike among the wildflowers. Just make sure to stay on the trails and leave the flowers for the bees. Discover Arizona's best kept secret and visit azstateparks.com/amazing to start your springtime adventure.